morning, my friends. We're a week out from Christmas, and we're just kind of keep on doing the stuff. Beard never stops growing, so we got to take it all off. And today we are using, well, it's in our soap accumulator, so we got PDP number 63. And there's some Bear Stearns Man's Vespers, and I think that's all there's in this bunch yet. But boy, look how it's doing. And I got there's a lot of it in there. I put a little bit more product in there just to kind of keep the accumulator going, and it looks wonderful. Our razors today, I'm using 2 of them only because I had a little disaster here and an avalanche, and both of these fell into the sinks and they're wet, so I might as well use them because here they are. This is a Kai Captain clone and a Feather Artist Club SS clone. Both super razors. They're really good shavers. Just, you can see the difference primarily is what makes an SS an SS. It's got like an extra lip right down here, which kind of changes how the blade acts. You probably can't even see it. See how it's kind of blended, and this one is a little bit more V-shaped. You see a lot of Kai Captains around as a genuine article, so I got a clone and it's pretty good. Let's get started. And you know what, I'm sure you're wondering, how's Rich's wife doing? Well, I'm glad you asked. We're on a week off. We're the week between chemotherapies, or chemo sessions. So she has a week off. She's taking oral medications between infusion. And the time scale is actually a little condensed from what I had in my mind when we're going into this. She had her first infusion on the 3rd of December, and here it is the 18th, and we're already on our week off, so it must be the infusion and took her oral meds that whole week, and then the following week, and take a week off. So it's like a 3-week rotation, I guess. I don't know. I'm still not quite understanding it all, but she's feeling pretty good right now. And so this will be kind of a recap day. So you guys who are wondering what happens or what it's like, or comparing your experience with somebody else's, I don't know what. This is more in a way, for my own record keeping, because I'm not very good at keeping a diary or anything. So I'm doing it kind of here so that I remember. That first week she had a 3-hour infusion in the morning. And I wasn't allowed in the area where that was given, but I stayed out in the waiting room and played on my iPad and did a little Pokemon hunting and stuff. And her first reaction was extreme sensitivity to cold. She noticed that when she was washing her hands back in the infusion area. The cold, she said it was like if you're out in the wintertime and you live in an area where there is snow and stuff, and you go out to clear your windshield but you don't have any gloves, and your hands start to ache and sting. She said that's what it felt like. And then we didn't know. They didn't tell us. But if you are going through this regimen of care, you're really supposed to be taking your chemo pills the morning of your infusion. They didn't tell us that. But so we skipped that morning, but took the evening medications or pills. And those are really what tear you up. She said it felt like she was alien gonna burst out of her stomach, just stomach writhing and burbling and nausea and just awful. Then the part that she didn't tell me about was that she on her own cut the dose in half. Well, we got scolded from the doctor for that yesterday. But she cut the dose back. We're going to see how that works. Because, as the doctor said, better get some therapy than no therapy. So, we're going to see how she tolerates a reduced dose, not by 50%, of course, but you reduce it by 30%, I think, which is still kind of more than the generally accepted as the way to go. But she must be real sensitive to that kind of medication, so I don't really know how they tell if it's good. I guess they go by how much misery they put you through. I don't know. I guess after it's all done, they'll be able to tell. And nausea was her biggest problem this whole time, and they give you pills for that, and you got to keep up on them. Take them before you get nauseated. So they say you can take them every 8 hours. She took them every 8 hours just to have a constant supply of anti-nausea going, and that worked out pretty well, I guess. She's feeling pretty good. She never really lost her appetite, other than she would get full in about 5 bites. So my job was to have a supply of things that she could graze on to keep her strength up. So, stews and soups and stuff that's easy on the stomach, the stuff that I cranked out. And I cranked out a bunch of it, and a lot of it in the freezer, because she didn't eat it. So this next cycle, I got stuff from the first cycle frozen and sitting off in the freezer, waiting on this next round. So logistically, from my side of the house, is going to be a little easier than the first cycle for her. As far as the misery index and how she's doing with that, I'll have to get back with you on that. We'll let you know how that goes going forward. And I'll talk about it here. But thank you guys for being interested, and your words of encouragement and stuff. I really do appreciate that, because I'm like you guys, I've never done this before. And there's certainly a lot of anxiety that you go through if you're getting ready to go through colon cancer chemotherapy, or you're supporting somebody who does, I hope that what I'm talking to you about here is helpful, and will help you to help other people. You need to pass it along to the other folks who are going through it. Maybe if there's anybody, you know, you just got to help each other out, because we don't get out of here. We never leave this place called Earth without touching somebody who's going through something like this. You may not even know. So be good to each other, both through the holidays and through the rest of the year. I wish you well. I wish you peace. And if the season does anything for us, it says that, you know, we're humans and we need to care for each other as humans. There's a lot that could divide us, countries or ideologies or beliefs, or what you said about our sister. You don't know. So at this time of year, we should think about more what keeps us, what we have in common, and what keeps us together than what keeps us apart. Think about that thing for the holidays. I hope you have a great one. I'm Major Rich. You can find me at theshavingcondor.com, or you might be finding me on my YouTube channel, Safety Cat Studios. Like and subscribe if you're so inclined, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.